What's up, everybody? Trying 5 o'clock this time. Seems like it's a good one. We're gonna do this one good. What's up, bruh? What's up, Rogue Wolf? How you doing? Yeah, I got a new jacket too, man. I'll be talking about it tomorrow in tomorrow's video. Finished my FSF class this weekend and was actually asked to become a coach. Nice! Nice, man. That's awesome. Just remember, guys, we're going to have a giveaway for patrons this June. My GoPro Hero 4 Black. GoPro Hero 4 Black is going to be a giveaway. More information on the Patreons, boys. Yeah, treat yourself, man. You did good. Good. I really help you spend the Benjamins. Well, now you can have two. Now you can have two. Da-da-da-da. I don't know why I keep doing that. Remember, special thanks to my senior crew. If you're that's a senior crew perk, having y'all picture up on the streams. It's coleslaw right there. Rock form, 25% off of Dan 25. I just bought some stuff for my own thing. So I'm gonna be testing out some more stuff. I really love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. John Neal, boy! John Neal. Yeah. Became the newest YouTube member. Thank you, John Neal, helping support the channel. So here's the post to the Patreon thing. And babe, maybe I got you something. All right, here we go. Oh, hey, my door's open. What is up, everybody? Dan the Fireman here, and what we do, if you're new to this type of stream, is that we talk about motorcycle accidents. We discuss what happened, how it could have been prevented, what kind of stuff that you learn in class that will help prevent a lot of these things, and then I go over a lot of the what people should be looking out for. It's not necessarily just skill, and it's not necessarily what could have been done differently. It's more so how do we prevent a lot of these things, and that's with like reading the behavior of other drivers on the road, about anticipating your own behavior, and kind of changing things up, kind of changing how you ride to be more of a safe rider. And you can still have a lot of fun being a safe rider. So what we do is we switch on over to the screen capture, and we actually go over a lot of the other motorcyclists on the road on YouTubes, and we go over their crashes. Motorcycle crash compilations are very popular on YouTube, but no one ever talks about what could have been done to prevent some of these issues. So thankfully, in the era of you know, video and audios and stuff where it's nice and easy to record and it's fun to record, that we actually get to see some of this stuff. I'm not going to go out and crash myself 100 times just so I can tell you not to do it. So we're going to watch somebody else, and we're going to learn from their mistakes. Now, we're not here to make fun of. We're not here to armchair quarterback. There you go. These things, we're here to learn from them. So please, let's not do anything crazy. But if you'd like to support the channel, once again, in the link in the chat and in the description, beginnermotorcycletips.com is the best way to get through on everything. Patreon, my latest video, my ebook, everything, all my social media. It's one handy dandy link to get through to all of it. And just for a heads up for those that are watching this on the rebroadcast or that are watching this right now, they're just here. There's 50 plus people in here. Is that for June, we'll be giving away on Patreon my GoPro Hero 4 Black with all the accessories that I have for it, all the extra batteries, all that stuff. The details of the giveaway are on Patreon. So make sure you guys swing on by my Patreon. Here's the giveaway stuff. So if you want to, look at that, boom, boom, boom. Basically, if DDFM Crew $5 tier will receive 5 entries in the giveaway. Pretty standard stuff. So make sure you guys swing on by that. And let's go ahead and start. Bing. Oh, before we start, I want to let everybody know, I watched the whole video and then I talk about it. Oh, nice, Neil. Oh, he went over the handlebars. Dirt bike lunatic.
Always lay down. What happened? What happened? He caught in my lane. Fuck. Call 911. Fuck, man. Fuck. Alright, you're good, chill. What do you feel? My left hand. Okay. Hi, how's it going? I need an ambulance.
Okay. Let's go over that. So let's go ahead and skip. Where does it say dirt bike lunatic? Oh, I guess we can't really skip that. All right. So let's watch it in fast motion. Okay. So right there. This is one of the dangers that we have out here riding. You never know what's going to happen. So full gear is the main thing. This guy's that got hit and he's on the ground. Talked about getting an ambulance and all that stuff, saying his left hand hurts. Even with full gear, I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. Even with full gear, it can only do so much. Okay, so you're having such kinetic forces applied to that hand, especially the hand where it's not very strong. You're going to probably break some bones. That can be fixed. That could easily be fixed, and it's not gonna change too much of your lifestyle if it's fixed appropriately. Now, like a brain injury could definitely change how you live. So what happened here was, this looks like a very popular, if anybody knows, it's probably the Tail of the Dragon, right, or something like that. Some very popular road with motorcyclists where it's very curvy. Everyone's riding. It's obvious everybody's riding. You know, back and forth. So when you get into these situations, just remember that there's a chance for this to happen. Okay, there's a very chance for this to happen. All right, so here we go. Right here, we're gonna watch the actual crash because he does slow motion for us, so it's really nice. Okay. Okay, so slow mo. Okay, so at this point, I don't know what happened with this rider. Quite possibly saw this in his peripheral, or saw this in his cone of his 3-degree cone of focus, and it really freaked him out to the point where he starts to accelerate or straighten up. Either way, he doesn't counter steer enough. So this guy goes over the line. Okay, so you see him straighten up right here. So his lean angle is not the same anymore. He could have made it. You know, he could have made it. But you start thinking about this. Look at the road. Look at the environment. Look at where everything's at. Okay, there's a lot of traffic. You know, there's people coming this way and that way. But I mean, look at the road itself. It seems pretty okay. But look at all the trees. You see how the sun and everything. You see how the change of, you know, light, no light, light, no light, light, no light. It could really affect people on how they view objects in the road. It can really affect, you know, it just messes with you. And if you just go riding anywhere or driving anywhere with these types of overhanging trees that are blocking the sun, not blocking the sun, blocking the sun, it really messes with you. So I can kind of see what happened here with this rider. He was maintaining a very good path of travel up until he entered the sun. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, is that I'm not here to say, you know, what happened, what could have been prevented. And, I mean, I am trying to say what could have been prevented, but I'm not going to say I know the absolute answer to all this stuff. But he's maintaining a good line up until he enters the sun. So I don't know if he got blinded for a split second. I mean, he shouldn't be looking in this direction. He should be looking through the turn. So once again, it probably is something along the lines of lower skill rider. I'm not saying he's a bad skill, like no skill rider. I'm just saying lower skill rider for this road. And that's one thing that you guys have to learn as beginner riders, is that you ride within your ability, not what you think you can do. Okay, so for me, when it always came to riding these types of things, is that I treat it a lot like, you know, going out camping. So anybody here goes out camping, anybody understands that whole firewood situation, where when you feel like you have enough firewood, go get twice as much. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to be enough. So for me, when I go out and I go ride these types of things, I think, oh, yeah, I could definitely take that road. I could definitely take that road. No. I need twice the skill. I need twice the skill now to take that road. So that to me is like, oh, I barely made it to that skill level to ride this road. That means you're not there yet. Because in an emergency situation, you need that extra skill. You need that extra level of competency to make that. So for me, I'm always riding sub-maximal. I'm always riding below my max skill level. So for me, my skill level, let's say it's an 8, and this road is an 8. I'm not going to ride it. I need to be double. I need to be a 16, you know? I don't even know how the rating scale works, but I need to be double, okay? I need to be double. There's no way I'd go on a road like this if I feel like I could barely do it. Hey, Teresa Johnson, boy, thank you so much for the Patreon donation. Thanks for being a patron. Check out all your stuff. Make sure you send me your picture. Email me your picture. You'll go up on the DDFM crew wall. It's one of your perks as a $5 member. So for me, I always make sure I ride sub-maximally, if that makes sense to you guys. If you guys work out, you understand 1 max rep, 3 max rep, 5 max rep. I work sub-maximally when I ride also. So right here, he straightens up. And this is actually really interesting. So he straightens up, and I can see the front tire of the vehicle or the motorcycle that's gonna hit. So as soon as he crosses that line, he starts applying the brakes. So he's in a turn, handlebars are turned, he's leaned over, applies the front brake. Look at his front tire. See what happens to his front tire. Let me get the cursor out of the way. Let's take a look at his front tire. Look at that. It's starting to slip. Let's go back a little bit because now it's in the shade. Let me get it to the specific frame where I want you guys to see it. All right, so that tire is starting to slip and slide. So he's either applying way too much front brake or he lost all traction while accelerating through the turn because of the paint. So either way, complete traction loss. So even if this guy wasn't here, this rider was going to crash anyways and slide into the wall. We've seen plenty of those crashes on previous live streams where the person is just riding and then slides across oncoming traffic into the wall because they were not taking the turn at the appropriate speed or they weren't counter steering enough. So that was one of the hazards I would talk about, with them crashing and possibly having oncoming traffic hit them. It just so happens the oncoming traffic that hits them is another motorcyclist that doesn't have a cage, that is going to be severely injured. He gains traction right there, right at that split second. Clayton Shelter, boy! Thank you so much for becoming a patron. Once again, send me a picture at dandanthefireman928@gmail.com. or send it to me on Discord. You can private message me on Discord. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So right here, he straightens up. His tires are in line, so he gains traction. Either he let go of the brake, or he gained traction once again on the once he got past the paint. So that right there, let's take a look at the impact. And thank you, somebody recommended this video to me, so thank you. Is on Discord. I think it's OPS something. You got all these numbers in your name, bro. Thank you for suggesting this video. One second, let me go back. Thank you for suggesting the video. It allows me to. Oh, you Ohio grown. You upgraded 5. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it. Well, you got 5 entries into the GoPro giveaway, and you're helping support the channel, and you're gonna get your picture on the DDFM crew wall forever, because you're a Hall of Famer now. And check out all the other perks, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, and you're gonna get your name in the videos now. So he hits his left hand. So that left hand impact completely shatters the front fairing of this guy's bike. Now you have to remember, these people are going fast. I think they did a Mythbusters episode where if somebody's going 40 one way, if somebody's going 40 the other way, head-on collision, people are saying, well, it's 80-mile-per-hour collision. It's not. It's actually still 40-mile-per-hour collision. So these guys are saying we're probably going 40 miles an hour, boom, 40-mile-an-hour collision. Basically into a brick wall, though. So that's the biggest issue. So that kinetic energy into your hand completely crushed. What's up, Magd? How you guys doing? Sorry, I'm paying attention. This is actually a really good one. So take a quick look at the shadow. So this is the handlebars right here. This is one arm. This is one arm. This is a leg. The impact stopped his motorcycle basically in place, or maybe just enough to where now he's going up and over. And I talked about that in the last stream, is that up and over injuries are down and under. So he's actually going up and over, so he's not going to have the bilateral femur fractures off of the handlebars, but he's still going to be flying over. So the massive impact right now is to the hand. So the right arm, head, and everything going to be hitting the ground, possible TBI, and now right arm, right shoulder, back injuries. Yeah. You hear the screaming towards the end of that one? So right here, now this is he's running across traffic. Now when in an emergency situation, you don't really think. John Neal. Oh my gosh, we're killing it today, guys. We're killing it today. We are absolutely killing it today. Let's see if we can hit 350 by the end of the stream. Let's see if we can hit 350 by the end of the stream. So right here, adrenaline's kicking in. This guy's running across traffic on the road. Very dangerous. So if you ever witness an accident, get off the road. First and foremost, get off the road. So I would run straight across onto the shoulder and then run on the road. So just for a little heads up for you guys, because I don't want you to get hit by another motorcyclist or another car because you're in the road.
Always lay down.
That's one thing. Yeah, definitely lay down. You don't know if you have a spinal injury, and right now your muscles are spasming and either holding a broken spinal injury in place, or sorry, I got distracted real quick. I got his moped permanent 50. Okay. But you also don't want to have a drop in blood pressure. You can easily have a drop in blood pressure from vagling down. And so if you're standing up and you have a drop in blood pressure, you could pass out. And if you pass out from standing, you're going to have other injuries. So it's best to lay down. Your blood pressure and everything will normalize. It doesn't have to fight against gravity and a few other things.
What happened? What happened? He caught in my lane.
So the fact that he's able to answer that question of what happened is very good. You can have a concussion, you can have a TBI, and remember something like 10 seconds later, right away. You're just out for like 5-10 seconds. But the fact that he's able to understand and answer that question and was conscious for the whole thing, that's a good indicator that he's doing okay up there. So that's really good. The bad thing is he's going to be aware of all the pain.
Fuck! Call 911.
That right there, that's all said in like half a breath. So when I hear that stuff, when I hear that on scene, it really tells me that he's fighting. he's fighting the pain. So when you get in the fight or flight situation, when you have high levels of pain, your pulse rate shoots up. When your pulse rate shoots up, your rate of breathing shoots up also. So 12 to 15 breaths a minute, or 8 to 12 breaths a minute is roughly the standard. So at this point, he's probably breathing 24 times a minute. He's probably breathing 2 to 3 times faster than what you're normally doing at rest. And so when that happens, you can't breathe. Ever been like in a huge workout, like after running, you're like, you can barely talk, you can barely breathe. You have to get things in that half breath. That's what's happening here.
Fuck, man. Fuck. All right, you're good, chill.
See, all that stuff when he's cussing and saying, fuck, man, fuck. You have no idea. All of us as firefighters say that in our heads. We say that in our heads walking up to a scene. We see something like absolutely destroyed, like a body destroyed or one of these accidents. Like, we say that in our head, but we have the training to be like, we could put that away and do what we need to do. Or at least I did. I know I did. I walked up to a scene. I see somebody's leg just completely off onto the side. I'm like, fuck, man, fuck. And I'm thinking to myself, but I'm still walking straight. I'm still walking towards the patient, still thinking of what I need to do. So I have like one side over here saying that, one side over here, let's get shit done. So it's really good that this guy's actually he's doing a good job. So the guy's left hand's probably it's just probably mangled.
What do you feel? My left hand. Okay. Hi, how's it going?
So left hand pain. That was the moment of impact, and oh man, that sucks. But it could mask a lot of the other pain that he could be having. So that could be his 10 out of 10 pain, but he could be having 5 out of 10 pain in his left leg. Could be having 7 out of 10 pain in his back. He could be having 3 out of 10 on his right shoulder. So you could still have all these pains. You can still have all that stuff. It's just that the left hand is really masking a lot of the other stuff. So in this situation, like I said, stay still, block off the road so you don't get hit again, so there's not a secondary incident, and then do well. So thank you for sharing this, man. Thank you for sharing this.
I need an ambulance. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Looks like California. All right, yeah, another rider. See, this video is crashes and road rage. I'm not gonna deal. Yeah, this one's a road rage incident. I'm not gonna deal with road rage. Guys, just don't do that. Just don't do road rage. So we'll skip the road rage. We don't need to see that. Don't be doing that stuff. Remember, they're in a cage. They could possibly easily have a gun in the glove compartment or anywhere else. Please don't be doing that. Hey, what's up, Gerardo Suarez? Bye. It was just the first vid? Oh, okay. Well, we'll just keep watching this then. Oh, is it just the first vid that was a crash? Hey, you're the one that sent it to me. Thank you, man. Thank you. If so, then we'll just we'll find another one. Motorcycle crashes. Yeah, that was a good one though. Thank you for sending that to me. That was really good. We'll watch this one.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
It is a lovely day. All right, we'll watch this one. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be bad. I haven't seen this one. Oh! Oh! What the? His helmet. Oh, this is also a good one. I've never seen this one.
Nie wstawaj, usiądź sobie.
That's an up and over incident. Oh, wow. So, one second. Let me get out of this one in the back. Let me get out of this one. We'll rewatch that video. So that is a classic case of up and over. And a lot of times that happens when you have a taller bike or a taller vehicle. You go up and over. John Neal, congrats. You passed the MSF. You're on your way to a safer rider. Foundations. You're basically developing a good foundation, like a good house. So keep practicing what you learned, and build upon what you learned. Maybe take another class. Take an advanced class or intermediate class, a bike bonding class, all those other things. Trust me, you never stop learning. Never stop learning. So everyone say congrats. Oh, you're having technical difficulties? Everyone say congrats. If John Neal, you actually get the cool emojis because you are a new member. So everyone say congrats. I'm going to give you a beard of power. Yeah, boy. Just sat back down, saw a helmet roll on the ground. Good, never good sign. All right, so here we go. We're going to watch the full video.
Whoa. Pierdolony.
Oh my gosh.
Nie wstawaj, usiądź sobie.
Ugh. Beautiful weather up there. Nice. All right, so let's go over what happened there. Okay, so from what I can tell through the windscreen, this driver has already started the turn. Okay, so from what I can tell from just through here, that's in Poland. Take on more classes, man. Take on more classes. Carlos, I also have something very similar to that. I mean, I like his field guide. I actually have it too. I actually have it. Is the DDFM crew manual. It's only for it's for patrons. It's $1 a month. But let's go over here. DDFM crew. So right now, it's blocked for only patrons. But you go into it. Once we hit 400 patrons, that's what that 400 is for. Once we hit 400, it's absolutely free for everybody. We got parking lot drills. Let's do the friction zone. So I talk about friction zone. Let's do the slalom. I tell you how to do it. Tell you what to do. How to do a slow straight line practice because it's part of the CBT test. U-turn practice. I talk about U-turn stuff. So I give you all the dimensions and how to do it within a parking lot. So if you guys want to jump on there, it's only $1 a month, and you get access to it. At 400 patrons, it'll be 100% free to everybody. So there you go. It's links to the Discord and everything. You might want to check it out. You get a bunch of other perks too. You get a bunch of other perks. So right here, I see that this person's already pulling out. Okay, this person's already started to pull out. So once you start seeing that tire and the body of the vehicle already changing, that's when you should start thinking this person wants to turn. Obviously, okay. A lot of people don't do that. It's common sense. Like the car looks like it wants to turn, it's gonna turn, right? But nobody sees that. Nobody pays attention to that. And that right there, you need to learn what the car is gonna do before it's gonna do it. Okay, you need to do that yourself. Okay, became a patron. Yeah, boy. Oh, I'm sorry, man. There's so many different names. Everyone has all these different usernames across all platforms. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So right here, he's doing this. So you need to watch out. Now you got a buddy right here. You can see in the rearview mirror. So he has a learner's permit. He has a learner's thing. I don't know what, A1, A2, all that stuff. So he's got a learner. So these guys are probably learning how to ride. I don't think you're allowed to have a passenger when you do that, but still, this guy's probably the more experienced one. This one's the less experienced one. But this person wants to pull out. It's already starting to do that. It's already moving, starting to do that. You need to be slowing down at this point. Because if a person is pulling off of the side of the road and they're going to be in this lane over here, they're not going to be having this huge turning angle. They're not going to have that turning angle. They're pretty much going to be straight. And they're going to gradually go. They're going to pretty much be going straight. So when they have this huge turning angle, that means they're going to cross at least one lane. And that one lane is your lane at least. Honking the horn, I don't like honking the horn. I think honking CBT is the European version, I believe, or UK. This right here, honking the horn, that takes one more motor function to press and to do something that you could be using for something else. horns should not be used in an emergency situation. They should be used in a situation of like, hey, dum-dum, pay attention. Not, hey, I'm about to get in a crash, dum-dum, get out of my lane for some reason. Because if this person still guns it, I mean, this person right here is going to get hit. So it seemed like this rider that actually hit the vehicle was in this lane and tried to do evasive maneuvers to the right, which is fine. But you shouldn't be going as fast as you are if you saw the vehicle already pulling out. I'm scooting back. So I think the rider stood up or was going to, or applied too much front brake and it was actually going over the handlebars, because he's going over the handlebars before even hitting. Now, here's one thing that I do like about seeing these videos from Europe and UK is that they do wear full gear. What I don't like is that this helmet probably was not latched on. The helmet already popped off. So that's a big issue. That's a big issue. You should definitely make sure your helmet is secured. I've actually stopped a few students while riding or before even riding, and I've latched their helmets. It's like you got to start lashing this on. Got to make sure you got this on. So that's a huge thing.
Whoa.
So let's take a look at where it all ended. This driver went across 1, 2. This is the third lane into the fourth lane, wanting to turn. Big horn, Kevin. Thanks for stopping down this past weekend. That video is gonna go up tomorrow. You'll see yourself in a video, boy. So 3 right here. This person that's what that person intended to do in the first place. This driver intended to get into this over here to go the opposite way. That's what you need to see while you're going up to this incident. So when you see this is how far you guys are at. I can already tell, even with this choppy, grainy footage, I can already tell that this driver right here wants to move. Now I see how far these tires are turned and how far this car is turned to the right. No way this person is going to turn like that just to go and stay in this lane. This person wants to go across. That's the type of trap you need to find yourself in. Or not find yourself in. You need to find yourself and how to get out of it. You need to find it and search for it. Search, evaluate, execute. Stuff you learn in the MSF. I know a lot of you guys know this stuff, okay?
Whoa. Pierdolony. Nie wstawaj, usiądź sobie.
That helmet is no good anymore. All right. Intersections and curves, guys. Intersections and curves. Car turning left in front of vehicle.
Go! Dude, don't move. Don't move. You alright? Yeah. Don't move. Go! Get out here! Hey! Oh my God, are you okay? Go! Yeah, get over here! Hurry up! Alright, dude, just stay on my shoulder. Alright, what happened? Where you hurt, dude? My shoulder. Alright, just stay still.
There's already EM.
Stay still. Hang tight. You got a cop coming?
EMS headquarters. Yeah.
Alright, just stay still. Stay still. On my shoulder. Alright. Can you breathe okay? I can breathe. Alright, where are you bleeding from, dude? I see some blood. I'm not sure. Alright, just stay still.
Bleeding from his knee.
Grad 26. Thanks, man. Smash that like button, boys. Yeah, he's limp.
Yo, I don't want you to move. We're gonna move. Hold on, I'm just trying to take this wound up.
EMS is on scene. This is actually a good video. I'm surprised I found it.
Can someone confirm that, please?
No, to this. You know what I mean? So it's a long strap.
Can someone please confirm that, please?
That what?
That the car turned in front of you.
None of us here we never saw it. But don't worry, you got your camera. You're good.
He is conscious and alert. There was never loss of consciousness. Got obvious deformities to the left arm and right knee.
Oh. Yo, man.
GoPro on. Can we take that?
Is it blinking red?
Yes.
Blinking red.
Yes, it has a square on it.
That's fine. This one's great.
Where
It was a
that
hit and
mounted?
run.
On your head?
On my face.
It was a hit and run.
All right.
What do you want
There. I was just gonna cut it.
Is there a strap
Yes,
or
it's a
you're not
strap.
cutting the wire, right?
No, I'm cutting the strap.
Thank you. So blinking red means it's recorded.
Yes.
You got the GoPro. Okay, good. How do we turn it off?
Top button.
That was a good video. Ooh, that gave me chills. All right, we're gonna deep dive this one, guys. We are going to deep dive this one. That was a good one. Not good for the rider though, and I'll talk about what happened with him, about the few things I heard the EMS personnel say, and I'll explain what they said. So first and foremost, nighttime. Okay, very hard to see. I'm assuming this is a yellow light. I'm assuming this is... no, that might be just a lamp. It might be just a lamp post. One second. Okay, so that's not... That's just a lamp post. So this is a cop. Now, it might be a cop or it might be like a battalion chief for the fire department, but this is public safety right here. See the reflective? That's why there was yelling at first, and that's why the cops were there so fast on scene. Okay? Yeah, so this right here, Nathan Levi, I'll explain that. They talked about obvious deformities to the left arm. So when I talk about, yeah, I'll get to that, trust me. I don't think it was nerve damage. I think it was structural. So right here, yeah, definitely EMS. But this is not an ambulance. This is somebody that's either a supervisor or a cop. So intersections and curves. Cars turning left in front. Cars turning left in front of motorcyclists are the #1 fatality. Yeah, I've still got the chills from it. That was insane. Okay, so I'll talk about it once we get to some. So the person that's yelling "yo" is probably the driver behind the Jeep. So possibly this driver right here, because from what I can tell and do my own little investigation in my head is that this Jeep ran off. And you see how the music is playing. So when I talk about loud pipes saving lives, this is another thing that popped in my head. I go deep dive on this shit. Is that you didn't hear it all of a sudden? You didn't hear his music, and then you hear his music. Think about that. The car driver opened his car door to jump out and help. The car door is still open. You can hear the music playing. So do you think any driver can hear your loud pipes? Do you think any driver can hear your loud pipes? You can't hear his music until he opens his door. All right.
Dude, don't move. You alright? Yeah. Don't move. Go! Get out here! Hey! Oh my God, are you okay? Go! Yeah, get over here! Hurry up!
Okay. So right here, I started seeing the typical red and blue shining off of things. These are scene lights. I'm so used to seeing that. Nathan, you were asking about the limp arm.
Alright, what happened?
So his limp arm. So quite possibly it's a broken arm, and I'll talk about what the EMS said on scene that will make me believe it is. Yeah, no gear, by the way. So limp arm, structural integrity. Your bones create structural integrity to your body. If you have 0 bones in your body, you're just a lump of meat. You're just a lump of meat on the ground. Okay, so your bones actually create that structural stability. So if you have a broken leg or a broken arm, you literally cannot function. I mean, you might be able to move some things, but you can't lift your arm up. Anybody here that's ever had a broken arm, anybody here that's ever had a broken leg, trying to step on that broken leg or trying to lift that arm and do something with that arm while you have a broken arm, anywhere in the arm, you can't do it. There's no structure to it. It's just a bunch of meat pulling on meat. That's how it works. Meat, the muscle is supposed to pull onto the bone, and that's how it's supposed to work, but it can't do that. This type of situation definitely slow down. It's nighttime, for one, nighttime, and you know an intersection's coming up. Slow down. So many things can be prevented by slowing down, because when you slow down, you can actually see better. Okay, when you're going fast, your perception of speed is terrible. And we're already going on machines that are going too fast for the human body. So you need to slow down, and when you slow down, you can actually react better, your brakes are better, your swerving will be better, everything will be better if you just slow down. And all you have to do is not like go, 10 under the whole time. Slow down before a turn, slow down before an intersection. Once you know it's safe, then you can go back up to speed limit. What's so hard about that? Fibula fracture? Yep.
Where you hurt, dude? The shoulder. All right, just stay still.
So his shoulder, so I'm assuming his right shoulder, that's probably his right arm, because you can see with the thumb, it's kind of like this, but the thumb indicates that it's the right arm.
Stay still. Stay still. Stay still.
Hang tight.
You got a cop on?
Yeah, that's his thumb, so that's his right arm.
Headquarters. Yeah.
All right, just stay still. Stay still.
So that's a cop. So I think it might have been police. It might have been a police vehicle.
Shoulder. All right. Can you breathe okay? I can breathe. All right, where you bleeding?
And right now he's taking care of traffic. He's making the decision that this guy that's talking to him is doing more than. Carlos, how you doing, man? Thank you so much for becoming a patron. Make sure you check out all the perks that you get. Appreciate it.
I'm doing it. I'm not sure. All right, just stay
Bleeding
still.
from his knee.
Okay, so now EMS is on scene. I'm gonna let it play for a little bit, and then I'll talk about what it is they said and put it in layman's terms.
Real quick, let's try to slide him over.
We have to do double. I don't want you to move. We're gonna move. Hold on, I'm just trying to take this wound up.
Gotcha.
For you.
Yeah, we can use the help. All right. In a minute.
Can someone confirm that, please?
No, to this. You know what I mean? So it's a long strap.
Can someone please confirm that, please?
That what?
That the car turned in front of you.
None of us here, we never saw it. But don't worry, you got your camera.
He is conscious and alert. There was never loss of consciousness. He's got obvious deformities to the left arm and right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back a little bit. I had to hear that for myself. See the difference when we were watching Walterific's crash, and EMS was kind of just hanging out and just actually talking to him and giving him choices and just it didn't seem like it was a rushed situation. That's not because these guys are better than the other guys. No, the mechanism of injury in this situation is that this is severe. That EMS is like, we're not screwing around. We know now it's our job. We're not giving you a choice. We're doing this. Like, we're doing life-saving stuff right here. So you see them working. They're just working.
You want to just try to slide him real quick? Let's try to slide him over.
We have to do double. I don't want you to move. We're gonna move.
So at this point, they're probably moving him onto his back, onto a backboard, and the patient is like, "Oh, I'll help move." And it's like, "No. This is what you guys need to do. Just let EMS do it. You're just like a lump of a body right there. Just let them do their thing." It looks like. One second. So this is part of the sling and swath. You saw that with Walterific when he got into the back of the ambulance and they put a sling on him. This is what they're doing. They're putting a sling on his left arm, or his right arm, the one that has a deformity, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we can use the help. All right. In a minute.
Now, I'm hoping that's what it is. I'm hoping they're not putting a pelvic girdle on him, because obvious pelvic fracture, you actually supposed to compress it. Hopefully that's not what the case is. It looks like it's more towards the upper body.
Can someone confirm that, please?
No, to this. You know what I mean? So it's a long strap.
So a long strap. I'm thinking that what she's trying to tell him to do, she might be the medic, is to put it on his shoulder and then also have it strapped down the swath part. Okay, you got the sling and then you have the swath part. The swath part is what holds it to your body. So now you're being supported up vertically and you're being supported horizontally. So now you're being supported in the 2-axis.
Can someone please confirm that, please?
That what?
That the car turned in front of me.
None of us here will hit your sonar. But don't worry, you got your camera. You're good.
He is conscious and alert. There was never loss of consciousness. He's got obvious
Okay, one sec. Let me hear this part again and then I'll explain it.
deformities to the left arm and right knee.
Okay, so right here.
Conscious and alert. There was never loss of consciousness. He's got
One sec, I want to hear that part again.
But don't worry, you got your camera. You're good.
He is conscious and alert. There was never loss of
So conscious and alert, no loss of conscious. Okay, so conscious and alert. That means that he's answering all questions. You know, person, place, thing, who's the president, you know, where you're at, all that stuff. Conscious and alert. So he's conscious for that and he's alert for it. He says alert times 4. No loss of consciousness. So he's able to remember the incident. So they probably asked him questions like, you know, what happened? He was able to remember the incident. That's very good to know. That's going to help be a baseline for a traumatic brain injury.
consciousness. He's got obvious deformities to the left arm and right knee.
Okay, so obvious deformities to the left arm and right ankle. Obvious deformities, we can't say it's a broken bone. I mean, we don't have x-ray eyes on scene. So a deformity is legit, like it's not in the anatomical position. So he has an obvious deformity to the left arm. So it's broken. It's broken. It's done. So that's why they're doing that to him. Obvious deformity to the right ankle. So I'm assuming during the initial impact, he had his ankles completely smashed. So his right ankle got smashed because the car turned left in front of him. So when he hit his right side. But then the left side, why is the left side an obvious deformity? Why is the left side an obvious possibly when he fell and hit the ground. Now, I don't know in what way. I don't know what way it could have been a deformity. I don't know if it was an impact or if it was just a torsion injury. I don't know. But that's what the deformity, obvious deformity means.
You got a GoPro on. Can we take that?
Is it blinking red?
Yes.
Blinking red.
Yes, it has a spoiler on it.
That's fine. This one's pretty great.
Where was that mounted? On your head?
On my face.
All right.
Up there. I was just gonna cut it.
Is there a strap?
Yes,
Or
it's a
you're not?
strap.
So I'm guessing it's it's not mounted like mine is with the mount itself. It's got that 4-way strap. So just to paint you guys a better picture, GoPro mount full face strap. So it's a lot like this. So I'm assuming this is what it is. And I want to paint you guys good pictures. That's the thing. So it's probably like this mount right here. So when she says she's going to cut the strap, it's probably like that mount. Does that make sense, guys? So that's what it looks like on the helmet. So it's strapped up front, and she probably just cut the strap itself, and that's what loosened it up. Okay?
On the wire, right? No, I'm cutting the strap.
Thank you. So blinking red means it's recorded.
Yes.
You got the GoPro. Okay, good. How do we turn it off?
Top button.
So, top button, turn it off. They do sell, let's see, motorcycle dash cams. They do sell motorcycle dash cams. Now, dash cams would be really good in this situation, especially since you don't always have to have it running on your face. You actually hook it up to the bike. So every time you turn on the bike, and this is just a standard one, I just grabbed it off Amazon. So it's all hooked up to the bike, waterproof, and you have one in front and one in the back. So if anything ever happens, you have this information. And I actually might get one, and I might do a review on that. That was a very severe incident. And these live streams, we talk about how motorcycles are inherently dangerous. And when it comes to the EMS stuff like this, it allows me to kind of jump back into the EMS boots. You know what I mean? The main unit is not waterproof at all. Okay. Yeah, I'll look more into it. I just typed in motorcycle dash cams. I'll probably do some research before I even get one. Oh man. That is the most dangerous incident. Okay, so now let's talk about how to prevent it. Now that we talked about what happened. Okay. So we can talk about what happened and how to prevent it. Now it's obviously at nighttime, okay? So at nighttime, everybody has low visibility. Okay? So everybody has low visibility. Now, I don't know what happened here, but obviously it distracted the motorcyclist, so he paid attention to this. He paid attention to the red lights. He saw that. And sorry, Sabai, I don't think he was speeding. That's the thing, is I don't think he was speeding. And not necessarily speeding is the cause of this. It's just that we're going too fast for our bodies. The human eyes and everything. Let me go ahead and move this a little bit. There we go. The human eyes and the human brain can't process information that quick. I just noticed the nightlight. Thank you, bro, for sending this to me. Guys, if you want to send me anything in my P.O. box, that's where all this stuff came from. You guys sending me stuff. So thank you, D-Cycle, West Coast Southern, for the stickers, everything. So we're going too fast for our bodies and for natural reactions. You got to remember, when we go so fast on the road, that we're traveling so many feet per second in a blink. So you have to remember that just because the speed limit says 40, maybe we shouldn't go 40 miles an hour at an intersection. Maybe 25, 30, just that split-second drop. Just that split-second drop of speed before the intersection could save your life. That split-second drop of speed could have allowed this guy to either go across, or that split-second drop, the guy still is going to be in your lane. Okay, he's still going to be there. It's same situation, but that 10-mile-an-hour drop that you created for yourself gave you enough space cushion. Chris Geis, boy, thank you so much. Man, I got to add a whole bunch tomorrow because you guys are just killing it today. Thank you so much. Let's get 350. Damn, dude, that's awesome. So that split-second drop of 10 miles an hour will give you that enough reaction time to either brake, swerve, or do any type of evasive maneuvers that you learn in the MSF. But there's no problem doing that. You drop 10 miles per hour for 5 seconds and then get back up to the speed limit for an intersection. I do that all the time. All the time. Every intersection and every curve, I drop my speed to set up. We always talk about setting up for a curve, right? We always talk about setting up for the curve. We talk about reducing speed. We talk about trail brake. We talk about all these different things. Why aren't we setting up for intersections? Why aren't we setting up for intersections, guys? Do you ever think about that? Let's set up for intersections. See how it works out for you. And it's just a quick drop of the speed, and then once you exit the intersection, or once you see the exit and you're ready to go through it, just like in a curve, accelerate. Get back up to speed. So right here, got distracted real quick, and that's fine. Right now, you still have plenty of room. He got his eyes back on the road. Perfect, perfect, perfect. From here, though, I see cross traffic, and this guy is definitely not moving. Infant night, yay! I always go to speed limit. Nice, buddy. I'm assuming it always goes to speed limit in the intersections. That's perfectly fine. I'd slow down a little bit. So right here, I'd slow down a little bit. Maybe this guy is going to go. Maybe he's not. If he doesn't, great. I just keep going. If he does, I'm glad I slowed down. Now, take a quick look, though. This Jeep is a jerk. These are the double yellows. He turned before the turn. So he's going to try to rush it. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to rush it. And his path of travel is going to take him on oncoming traffic going in the crossway. The perpendicular. And this road right here. The cross traffic will be going this way. He's going to actually hit them if there's anybody there. So this guy's tried to make it. He tried to make it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We see all these videos of people yelling at each other and the road rage stuff of the motorcyclists. Oh, you almost killed me. You almost killed me. You pulled out in front of me. Right? It doesn't matter. This Jeep is, or this truck or this car or whatever is going to do what it wants to do. And at the end of the day, who's the one lying on the ground with an obvious deformity, the left arm and right ankle, and going to the hospital? So that's why I'm sick and tired of watching all these road rage incident videos, and there's no point in watching it. Do what you're supposed to do, and you won't be going to the hospital. Like I said, I'm not here to make fun of this guy. I'm not here to say this guy should have done this, should have done that. We're learning from the incident itself. Now the Jeep was in the wrong. The Jeep was in the wrong. Absolutely in the wrong. But let's learn from that, okay? Let's learn from that. It gets me a little upset when I see like the whole incident too. It's like, man. Oh, sorry. I gotta shake that off. I got a little preachy there. Sorry about that, guys. Got a little preachy. But you know, it bothers me. I'm passionate about this, guys. I don't want to see. I'm so tired of seeing people on the ground like that. So tired of it. It's one of the main reasons why I left. One of the main reasons. There's another main reason. There's another one. But man. Ugh. We're only 3 minutes into this video. All right. We'll just do quick ones for these because I spent a lot of time on this one. But once again, intersections and curves. This is a curve. And there's a chevron indicating it is a sharp turn. It's a sharp turn. Now he's maintaining his turn and he's doing it. And then right here, he either didn't maintain his steering, so now he's going wide, or the road turned even sharper. Either way, he freaks out and straightens back up. So he straightens up. But look at the road is it's opened right there. You're ready to go straight right there, guys. Ready to go straight. Exactly, Nava. Target fixation on the pole. It could have been that. Didn't trust tires. It quite definitely could have been that. Going too fast, probably that too. See how there's a bunch of different factors? I like the fact that you brought up 3 things. Guys, it could be a bunch of different factors. It could have been the road is not good. He could have hit a rock and lost a little bit of traction for a split second. It could have been a bug in the eye. It could have been he had a few drinks before this, so his reaction time is terrible. You see how all these different things can play a factor in this? It's not just one thing. Let's minimize certain things. So let's not drink and ride. Let's have our visors down so we don't have bugs in our eyes. Let's not go too fast before the turn so speed is not a factor. Let's trust our tires by doing what? T-clocks, right? That's what we learn in MSF, right? Let's check our tires. Make sure that they're good. They have good tread, proper PSI, all those things, right? Right? Okay. Okay, so let's minimize those things. There's a reason why I do so many wide range of videos. That's why I did a motorcycle tire guide. It's why I did, friction zone video. It's why I talk about, the heat and the winter and the cold weather riding, hot weather riding, sleepy riding, all those different things. It's why I cover this wide range of stuff because it affects us. He was wearing gear, though. I saw that. No, I don't think he's stoned. I'm just saying, like, you could definitely, like, there's different things that could be a factor. I'm not saying he was stoned or anything like that. I want to see that guy's hands.
Det är styret som är löst. Hela jävla benet för dem.
Oh, that fork is done. That's not going to be ridden.
Fast det där är inte det farligaste. Den här kan du bara sätta tillbaka.
Ja.
Wrong place, yep. Alright. So, wheelies, perfectly fine. I have nothing against wheelies, once again. Nothing against wheelies. It's just, let's not do it on the main road, and let's make sure we're full gear, okay? So, the moment of impact, off balance, landed it off balance. The reason why he probably ended the wheelie, because there's an intersection coming up. He should have ended it a little bit sooner. Don't do it on a curve. I mean, I don't know too much about it, but, I mean, obviously, if you're doing it on a curve, you're going to land it in a curve. So that's what happened. So, you see that impact to the head? If the guy wasn't wearing a helmet, he'd probably have a very bad injury to the brain. So, let's go ahead and do that real quick. So, I know the play button's in the way. But first his hips hit, so definitely wear hip armor and have hip armor in actual proper motorcycle pants. So the hip hits, and then it applies that nice little chain reaction to the head. That is why gear is important. His head bounces off the ground, and his hands are being drugged. He put his hands down, and he's sliding, you know, palms down backwards. His shoe falls off. No gear, guys. This shoe got it's half off right now. No gear. So the main thing here is wheelie. It's a high skill, high risk. Very high skill, high risk. Make sure you wear gear if you're gonna do something like that. Because there's a risk of you crashing. Exactly like this. Alright. 1 second. I thought it said rock form. Because I got myself a rock form case on my phone. Anyways, I thought it said rock form. It's not a rock form. I think we saw that one before. Target fixation, going too fast for the turn, decided to just crash instead of actually turning. He didn't turn at all. He didn't turn at all. Not good. Second time on this turn. Ooh, ooh. Oh, it's a KLR.
Woo!
It's an old KLR. That's the fun one.
I'm good. I don't know if I can get it up though. Oh, I broke the lever. I'm gonna need help picking it up.
This is why I did a video on how to properly pick up a bike so you could do it on your own. Just saying. I put my Sportster on the ground for you guys. Oops.
You don't want to talk about shorty. Thank you. That's not gonna be easy.
Directions. Those are directions.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just scratching. It's just itching its back.
The lever's the only thing that broke. I needed new levers anyway.
See? Look at that.
You don't want
KLR.
to talk about shorty levers.
KLR.
Look how short my lever is, man. See that? See that right there? That's shorty. Picking it up.
Okay, so we'll take a quick look at the actual crash. So she said about 30 miles per hour. Let's see what the sign says. Okay, this is about 30 miles per hour, she said. See what the sign says? It says it recommends 20. It recommends 20. If this is your second time ever on this turn, or if this is a turn, I mean, it's a full-on U-turn. Look at that. It's a full-on U-turn. I wouldn't take that at 30. I would use this room right here to set up for this turn. This is why you need to pay attention to those signs. Yeah, it looks sandy too. You have to also remember dual sport tires don't have the same traction. They're 50-50 on-road, or maybe even 30-70. 30 on-road, 70 off-road. Or 70 on-road, 30 off-road. Either way, you're not getting 100% on-road. So you're not going to have the same traction you would trying to take this turn at 30 than you would on a sport bike. Does that make sense? So right here, it's a massive turn. I want to see this person's face in the mirror. So proper riding technique. Not using a lot of body movement. The bike is doing all the movement. That's called losing traction in the turn. That's a low slide. This is another common thing with curves. You learn how to do proper body positioning in MSF ARC, and then total control on the east or on the West Coast and then East Coast. You can definitely take a track class and get coached on how to actually do it. Learning how to do taking a track class and learning how to turn at higher speed is not necessarily so that you can take all turns at higher speed on the road. It's just so you know how to do proper body positioning so you have the most traction for the turn. Nathan, I would go at the recommended speed for your first time because you can always speed up out of the turn. It's too hard to try to brake during the turn because this will happen. So I would definitely take it at the speed and then slow down. I would take it at the speed and then I'd take the turn slower than I thought I could because I want to exit that turn thinking to myself, man, I could have taken that faster. Fire cigar smoke, you click this link right here, beginnermotorcycletips.com, and you just click become a patron. What would proper body positioning be? Now, I can only show you guys so much because we're on a live stream and we're all... Excuse me. Where's my picture? Oh, 1 second. This is where having books, this is where having reading materials are very important, and then on top of that, taking the actual class. Take the actual class. So let me find you the proper body positioning. This is from the Total Control book. It's just because it's right here. They have a section on body positioning. So braking, low speed turns, body positioning. There we go. Now you learn this in class. There's only so much you can do in a book, guys. You need to take a class. And there's my firefighter helmet in the back, right there. Right there. There's only so much you can do. Now, I can only share so much because this is copyrighted material. I don't want to get in trouble with Lee Parks. All right. So proper body positioning. You see how the motorcycle rider is off the bike, basically? This is it during the turn itself. And you see how the tires and the bike is more vertical? That is so you can have higher traction, more traction during the turn. You still can make that turn, but now your bike is working with the ground and you're working with the bike. So get a book, honestly, Total Control, do some research on it, but it doesn't substitute classes. It doesn't substitute taking a real class. So you definitely want to be more off the bike so the bike is more vertical so you have more traction. You learn that in the MSF. You learn that in the MSF ARC. And then you learn it like big time if you take like a track class, because this is more so track stuff. Woo. All right. We're gonna do one more. Okay, guys. I'll try to skip the wheelie stuff. This seems like to be a good one. If you would like to, no, I'm gonna have a little date night with the wifey. So I gotta get off pretty soon. So about 5 more minutes. I'll just go ahead and do this for another 5 more minutes. Stacy, take the advanced class. And if in the advanced class your MSF coaches did not teach you body positions, then they might not be doing the right stuff. Because I was taught body positions during my advanced class out here at Ride Arizona MTC. Yeah, that's how I learned a lot of that stuff. And then I took a total control class and learned even more. And I bet you if I take a track class, I'll learn even more. So you can always learn more. All right. So yeah, I'll be getting off pretty soon to have a little date night. Tip over advisory. The mic probably got unplugged from his GoPro. Ducati. Ooh, 1199. Oh.
Yeah. I got scared by him. I was like, oh.
Yeah, chin over wrist. That's body positioning right there.
right?
Good.
How you doing, Lady Tao? All right, so we'll go over this one. You guys notice how I said tip over advisory? There's the tip over advisory. In the MSF-BRC 1, you learn how to read signs and why they're important. So these signs aren't just for big old semis. And it's not meant for, oh, you're going to tip over if you go higher than 25 miles an hour. You have to start thinking that's an indication of this is a sharp turn. Also, another indication of it's a sharp turn, look at where this white car is. It's way over here. Let's go back just a little bit. Let's go back to the first frame. All right. Why are you passing vehicles? Why are you speeding up and passing vehicles in a very sharp turn coming ahead? What's the rush? What's the rainy weather? Well, good thing you got that badass truck. What's the rush to pass these vehicles to get on the off-ramp? What is your rush? Just create a nice space cushion behind this car and relax. Now, the rush is ego and the improper mindset. We can go over that some other time easily. So now you're going fast. You're going... Does that say 69 miles per hour? I'm waiting for it to change. It's either 70 or 68. I'm assuming it's going to be 69 miles per hour because he just got off the interstate or the highway. Yeah, it was 69 miles per hour. He's going 70 miles per hour. 70 miles per hour in a tip over advisory turn that says 25. Isn't that insane? He's going 70 miles per hour in a 25 mile per hour tip over advisory sharp turn. Now, it could be done. It could be done. And Nava, if he's being pushed, or not Nava, Jeremy, if he's being pushed by the guy behind him, if the bikes are on his ass, it's not my problem. I'm riding my ride. I'm not going to be pushed. And if you're pushing me, if you're in a group with me and you're pushing me to go faster, screw you. You know, I'm going to go ahead and pass me then. Go ahead and pass me. So that's the ego thing. That's all those egos, the ego just meshing with each other. This is why I don't like doing group rides. And if I do group ride, I make sure I do it with the people that I care about and that have ridden with me. And he's also looking back. Yeah, he's looking back. He's not looking where he needs to go. This is a bad spot. There's a car in front of him now. It's probably slowing down to the advisory speed. You're going 70 miles per hour. Now you're going to have to do, you know, crazy swerves. Just do it. Yeah. We'll pick up, and he's not even wearing gear.
Yeah, I got scared by him.
Not even wearing gear. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Let's go ahead and get out of that. Let's go over here. So, guys, we're going to be heading off. We're going to be heading off, and I just want to say thank you. I got to get going. We'll catch up back on this video. We've already been streaming for an hour and 10 minutes. Hour and 10 minutes. It's been a good stream. Sorry to end it so quickly. If you'd like to support the channel, and if you'd like to go into the Discord, this is the Discord right now. Great stream. Sorry, things had to... I'm doing a date night. Yeah. This is live right now. This is live. Just subscribe with the 20. I'll wait a little bit. If you did that, dude, thank you so much. You're going to get your picture up on the wall. I think it just went through. I'll wait a little bit for it to pop up, man. I'll wait just a little bit more. If so, man, send me your picture. You're going to go up on the wall and up in the stream. Also, remember, Rock Forms 25% off with DanDan25. I actually just ordered myself some stuff, and I used my own code. Don't tell them. It's a mustache. Yeah, cheating.